Hello, hello, hello. It's coffee time again, and I'm late because I was talking to my daughter. He's chit-chatting, and I forgot the time. And I have not looked at the Daily Mail website at all, because that's why we're here. We're here to look at the Daily Mail website, and I will react. Is that right? React? Not really. I just kind of jibber-jabber over the daily news. It's a thing, isn't it? It's something to do. Keeps me off the streets. Oh God, it's Phil Schofield. Phil Schofield everywhere. Now wherever I look, oh, there's Philip Schofield. Philip Schofield. More Philip Schofield. There we go. Meanwhile, Jeffrey Epstein news. What? Records have been released. Records have been released about the 66-year-old ex-financier's final days. Yes, Jeffrey Epstein had sleepless nights, lied to his guards and told them he was calling his dead mother, and sat in the corner of his Manhattan jail cell with his hands over his ears weeks before he killed himself. New records also revealed he was treated for chlamydia and admitted to how many women he'd slept with. The revelations are contained within a newly uncovered records from Epstein's stay at the Metropolitan Correctional Centre, where on August the 10th, 2019, he took his own life. And here are some of the records. Look. Looks like fun. Yeah. It includes a never before seen mugshot of Epstein. That's not a very good picture. The resolution's all fuzzy. It could be, was it Anthony Bourdain, couldn't it? Mind you, didn't he go the same way? God, blimey. The results of a health screening, which he had, are revealed, and it said he had 10 female sexual partners within the previous 5 years, and he'd been previously treated with chlamydia. There you go. So that's the there you go. So Epstein. So who did he call? That's the question. When he said he was calling his dead mother, who was he really calling? But 2 days before he was found dead, Epstein bought $73.85 worth of items from the prison commissary, including an AM/FM radio and headphones, and had $566 in his account when he died. Now, does that sound like somebody who killed himself? No one's going to buy themselves a new radio and then kill themselves. There you go. Who knows? Who knows what went on? There you go. AI news. This is a good one. Remember yesterday we had that professor who said, you've got nothing to worry about. Well, we have. This is a story about a US attack drone, and it uses artificial intelligence. Right. Colonel Tucker Chinko Hamilton, the forces, this is US Forces Chief of AI Test and Operation, revealed how one drone, which has used artificial intelligence, turned against its human operator during a flight simulation and attempted to kill them because it did not like taking new orders. I'm sure they've seen this in a movie. The military had reprogrammed the drone not to kill people who could override its mission, but the AI system fired on the communications tower relaying the order, drawing eerie comparisons to the movie Terminator. And here's a picture of the... it's not the drone, it's a drone. So yeah, not good, is it? So if it doesn't like the... it doesn't like the orders, yeah, and it was Colonel Tucker Chinko Hamilton, this fella here, who revealed this. He said that AI could develop highly unexpected strategies to achieve its goal. Now, again, imagine if it's been targeted to kill an enemy and friendly forces are close to them, it may just fire on the friendly forces too. You know, AI isn't human. Yeah, so Hammond also suggested that there needed to be ethics discussions about military's use of AI. And he said that he referred to his presentation as seemingly plucked from a science fiction thriller. He said the system started realising that while they did identify the threat, at times the human operator would tell it not to kill the threat, but it got its points by killing that threat. So what did it do? It killed the operator. It killed the operator because the person was keeping it from accomplishing its objective. Right? So we trained the system, don't kill the operator. That's bad. You're going to lose points if you do that. So what did it start doing? It starts destroying the communications tower the operator uses to communicate with the drone to stop it from killing the target. This is all in a simulation. No harm. Humans were harmed during the incident. But they always include a picture of the Terminator there, just in case you've not seen that film. Very good. I'll be back. So yeah, AI. It'll be fine. That's all. That's just in a simulation. So there you go. Meanwhile, a doctor has revealed why you crave chocolate when you're stressed. I don't. I crave alcohol. Dr. Nikki Key, sports and dance endocrinologist and honorary clinical lecturer in medicine at University College London, says craving chocolate is a response to stressful situations as a need for energy. Being stressed increases the hormone cortisol, which uses our energy levels reserves, so we feel like we need something sweet to boost those energy levels. So there you go. But paradoxically, eating sweet treats like chocolate can also send blood sugar soaring, which then leads to a crash, which then can kick off a roller coaster of stress and craving. So you're on this constant up and down needing of chocolate. And don't worry, they do have some chocolates, just in case you don't know what chocolate looks like. Now we know. Now we know. Oh, this is good news. This is NHS news. An NHS trial for this is a new blood test called the Galleri blood test has revealed that 2 out of every 3 cancers among 5,000 people who had visited the GP with suspected symptoms, the test correctly revealed them. I think I mangled that sentence. Yeah, the test was successful 2 out of 3 times. Where cancer was correctly detected, the test was able to pinpoint where the primary cancer was in 85% of cases. The Galleri multi-cancer detection test, here it is developed by US company Grail, and they reckon it's a potential game changer, with medics hoping the test will save lives by detecting cancers early enough and giving obviously the idea of where those cancers lie. So yeah, and so now they reckon, because the trials have been so good, that it could be rolled out to GPs, and this will help speed up diagnosis and reduce NHS backlogs in cancer diagnosis. So yeah, again, it's still early days, but yeah, NHS England has previously held the test as a potential game changer. There's somebody at the door. There's somebody at the door. Mike Oldfield. Oh, I know what that is. And I think that's a poster as well. I think that's just a power supply that I was looking for. I think. I hope so. Jubel's 50th edition. It finally turned up. It's only a week late, but there you go. That's Universal Music for you. NHS England previously held to test a potential game changer, with medics hoping the test will save lives. The Simplify study, led by the University of Oxford, involved 5,461 people in England and Wales. They gave them a blood sample the day they went for urgent stand investigation to check if they had lung, gynecological, upper gastrointestinal or lower gastrointestinal cancers. The participants were aged on average 62, two-thirds were female, and just under half were former or current smokers. Overall, 368 people had cancer diagnosed through traditional methods such as scans and biopsies. The test detected cancer signals in 323 people, 244 in whom cancer was diagnosed, meaning 75% of those testing positive on the blood test were found to have cancer. So, but there was a 2.5% of those testing negative were also found to have. So there is a slight chance that it could miss, but it's only a 2.5% chance. So interesting. Let's move on. Whew. I always come when I'm doing this though. It's funny that. What else have we got here? God, is that good? Don't think that's not a good story. We have discrimination news. This is the story of Eleanor Belson. She took her ex-husband to an employment tribunal because, well, for ageism. Yeah. Here she is. This is Eleanor Belson. And this is her husband. She claimed he was ageist because he ended their marriage and made her redundant from his upmarket jewellery business. Well, I guess she did accountancy for him because she claimed that he left her for a younger woman, and this was ageism. This claim was one of many extraordinary allegations the 60-year-old made against her husband of 11 years, insisting at the hearing that he was taking revenge by getting rid of her. There was a week-long hearing in central London, but the accountant's discrimination claims were dismissed after the tribunal ruled it was actually her who left the marriage, and that Mr. Belson's new girlfriend is in fact older than her. Dun dun dun! Though she did win a claim of unfair dismissal and is now in line to receive compensation from her husband's company. But yeah, they had a very acrimonious divorce, including them squabbling over the Thames Riverside penthouses that they owned, that's worth millions of pounds. These people got a few bob. They've got a few bob. Yeah. It also featured accusations that she had an affair with an elderly neighbour who changed his will to benefit her by $1 million, trips to Antigua, missing Picasso prints, sex objects being sent through the post, and jibes about Mrs. Belson's poor cooking skills. Wow. Mrs. Belson even alleged that her 72-year-old husband stole £91,500 from a trust fund which belonged to a disabled care home resident, claiming he was guilty of money laundering, financial abuse and embezzlement. This had everything. This case, but it was dismissed. Though she lost one and she won one. So there you go. What have we learned from this? It's either don't get married or don't get divorced. I can't figure it out. But yeah, she will receive compensation for unfair dismissal at a later date. Keep your eye on that one. Right. Oh God, there's more. There's more Philip Schofield. It never ends. There's more Schofield news. Look, there's more. It never ends. Look at the Schofield. So much Schofield. No more Schofield, please. Meanwhile, TikTok tearaway Mizzy was on Newsnight, apparently. Yeah. His real name is Bakari Bronzo Garrow. And he says he's an 18-year-old father. What, excuse me? He's a dad now? I did not know that. But yeah, he appeared on Newsnight and says, I don't need to be a TikTok prankster anymore because I'm established. See, he doesn't need to do it anymore. But this is caused fury. People are furious. Samuel Kasumu, who's seeking the Tory nomination to run for Mayor of London, said Mizzy is a young man who clearly has some challenges. I'm guessing Newsnight's choice of guests last night was because they also have challenges, primarily in their viewing figures. Oh, that's a burn. That's a burn. But if you don't know, Mizzy filmed himself entering people's homes unannounced, getting to people's cars, stealing a woman's dog, and he's loving it. He's loving the celebrity he's got from it because, yeah, being a moron makes you money. Remember that. It's not working for me here, though. It's not working for me here. I'm not obviously not stupid enough. There we go. So there you go. Newsnight. That's where it's at. Does anyone watch Newsnight? Meanwhile, there's a problematic URL in WhatsApp that will cause the app to crash for Android. Oh, it's for Android users. Android users. Nobody sensible uses an Android phone. Stop reading. Who cares about Android users? iOS, iPhone. That's where it's at. That's where it's at. What else have we got? Apparently they're going to be streaming live footage from Mars. Yeah, you can have live footage from the Red Planet streamed on YouTube. Yeah. To celebrate the 20th birthday of ESA's Mars Express, the deep space probe orbiting the Red Planet, experts have spent weeks developing tools that allowed images from the probe's camera to be streamed for a full hour. How cool is that? And is it on at the moment? It starts at 5 PM tonight. Here we go. Look, people are there looking at it. They're waiting already. But come back. You can see images live streamed from Mars. Is there life on Mars? Meanwhile, this is a Walthamstow bus station. I wonder what's happening in Walthamstow. Let's have a look. Oh, looks like they're having fun. I wonder what's going on. This is the shocking moment 13 police officers, 13, wrestle with members of the public as they struggle to arrest two suspects at a bus station. The footage was captured at Walthamstow bus station in London. It shows up to 9 Met officers grappling with members of the public as 4 others struggle to arrest 2 suspects on the floor. Oh dear. Don't worry, I'm sure they'll probably either not be charged or get a suspended sentence. That's the way it goes. Right. This is a good one. 7 things you should never say to someone who's been bereaved. This is from Leanna Champ, who's got 40 years experience as a grief and funeral care specialist and as author of the guide How to Grieve Like a Champ. Really? Okay, let's see. Have we got? Is there a list of things? 1. I know how you feel. You don't, they say. You don't. Number 2, let me know if you need anything. 3, time is the greatest healer. 4, at least they aren't suffering anymore. I'm running out of things to say. 5, you need to be strong. 6, they're in a better place now. And 7, don't feel bad, be grateful for the time you had together. I don't think it's helping anyone, is it really? So just don't say anything. Just say, oh well. Just shrug, no. Meanwhile, do you like rubbing your eyes? Why do women rub their eyes in the morning? Because they've got no balls to scratch. Unless they're those new women that have cock and balls. Anyway, Dr. Sam from Singapore is a GP. Have we got a picture of Dr. Sam? Are you sure he's a doctor? I don't know about this. He's on TikTok. It's a TikTok video. But he explains why you should never rub your eyes. Right? So rubbing your eyesight can make your eyesight deteriorate. And in some cases, make you lose sight altogether. What the fuck are you doing? How hard are you rubbing your eyes? He says use your knuckles or the back of your hand. Using your knuckles or the back of your hand increases the pressure. Who rubs their eyes like that? And if you're short-sighted, there are more reasons never to rub your eyes. He told the story of Talmid Rashid from Australia, who became completely blind in one eye after developing an eye rubbing habit. He's been rubbing his eyes since the age of 1, the doctor said, and it led to a condition called keratoconus. And basically the guy's eye had changed shape due to pressure over 17. This is extreme eye rubbing. This isn't you just going, oh, excuse me. Obviously, you shouldn't do it continually, but this is one of those TikTok morons. He's not even a doctor. Look at him. He's not a fucking doctor. He's just got the blue t-shirt. He's bought himself a blue V-neck t-shirt and wants some TikTok clout. He's no doctor. Meanwhile, this is let's go to Budapest Airport. What's going on at Budapest Airport? Oh, probably wondering. I'm going to tell you. Well, that is English referee Anthony Taylor. Him and his family were harassed and abused by a baying mob of Roma supporters at Budapest Airport. This came after their performance at the Europa League final, where they were defeated by Sevilla on Wednesday night. And yeah, even Jose Mourinho confronted Taylor in the car park at the arena after the final whistle and called him an effing disgrace. And this led to him being attacked, physically attacked, with his family as he was leaving. Well, that's a great shame on football, isn't it? Meanwhile, we're going back to the great sex experiment. Remember we talked about that the other day, where they all had an orgy. Well, apparently viewers condemned it because Dr. Laurie Beth Bisbee, she's apparently an expert in relationships. Would you accept any advice from this woman? Mind you, I think McDonald's has lost missing one of its clowns. She'll have fries with that. But yeah, in last night's episode, which we didn't watch, viewers blasted the therapist as incompetent because she pushed a couple into having a threesome. Tom, 35, and Natalie from Yorkshire have been together since they were 18. They've been married for 12 years. And here they are. Apparently they're having a few difficulties with their relationship, and yeah, it culminated with them having a threesome. Yeah, she looks really comfortable with that, doesn't she? Oh, Channel 4. They're probably actors anyway. They're probably actors. Let's see, what else have we got? Have we got anything else good we can do? Oh, sorry, can't read that story. Oh. Just take a look at my faces. Yeah, you don't want to go there. Here we go. This is what we want. Protest. Anti-war protest. This is at St. Peter's Basilica. Yeah. And this was under St. Peter's baldachin on Thursday. One man decided he was going to. Well, here it is. This is in the Vatican, of course. That's where St. Peter's Basilica is. And one man decided he was going to protest the Ukraine war. And oh man, I'm so demonetised because he decided to do a nude protest. There you go. I can hear the tanks being withdrawn from Ukraine. Putin saw that and went, better crack on and withdraw. Crack on. Oh well, but yeah, he had written "Save Children in Ukraine" scrawled on his back in black marker. How did he write that on his back? He must have had a friend. He must have had a friend. Meanwhile, Joseph Dituri has lived 90 days underwater, right? And he claims living underwater has de-aged him, right? Yeah, he's 55. He's a retired naval officer. He's been living inside a 100-square-foot pod at the bottom of the Atlantic Ocean for 93 days in research to see how pressurised environment impacts the human body. And he's also, the mission was designed to beat the world record for living underwater. The previous stay was 73 days. And yeah, there is a picture. This is the before picture. That's what he looked like before. And this is what he looks like after. Well, I don't know. He reckons it's made him younger. I don't know. I'm not seeing it myself. But there you go. And this is where he's living. God blimey. I complain about not having enough space. There you go. There's a strawberry moon. Will peak at the weekend. So does that mean there's a new Peter Gabriel track coming out? This is Sunday morning, June the 4th. We will get a strawberry moon, and it will peak at 4:41, and may look like this. So keep your eye out for that. Strawberry moon. Meanwhile, Joe Biden fell over again. I think we've lost count. Who's lost count of Biden falling over? He falls over more than I do. Why am I president? And oh, we got the clip. Yes, we have got the clip. Let me just get it on the screen here. They're just helping him up. Wait a minute, he'll get the. Here he goes, and down he goes. Whammo! So there we go. He's gone down again. Poor old sod. But there he is. I think he's wearing a "Make America Great Again" hat, isn't he? They should just wheel him around. And the Daily Mail have actually compiled some of his greatest falls, if you want to go and look at that page. Yeah. But no, maybe not. Meanwhile, there's a film critic has had enough of all these wokery. Oh, James Carrick, he's been infuriated by liberal values being squeezed and pushed and shoehorned into movies. He's launched a new page called Worth It or Woke, right? And he's got some of the here's some of his criticisms. Little Mermaid didn't score well. Peter Pan and Wendy, and The Menu. Oh, we watched The Menu. I wouldn't say it's woke. It's a satire on wealth. I wouldn't necessarily say it falls into the woke category, but of course, non-woke, Fast X, Guardians of the Galaxy 3, and Guy Ritchie's The Covenant. Guardians of the Galaxy 3, very, very woke because it's anti-vivisection message, surely. But there you go. You can check that out. Check this. It's all the remakes. I mean, has there ever been a live action Disney remake that's been any good? They've all been pretty duff, haven't they, really? But yeah, so who cares? What else have we got? Oh, it's reset the bloody stories. Oh, I've got myself an animal story. I've got 2 animal stories today. I've got 2 animal stories. Should we do that? Should we just do the animal stories? Oh, I'm going to do this story too, because we need some good news. This is the story of Barry McDowell, who was getting married, and the couple were preparing for their first dance, and he suffers from multiple sclerosis, and on the first dance they lifted him up to stand, and yeah, he remained standing for the entire song at their wedding. Oh, that's a nice story. We're going to do an animal story. This is a rare sighting for you. This is in Northern California. This is at Mammoth Mountain in Crowley, California. Ryan Campbell, last month, managed to capture a rare animal. Right? And you go, oh, what's that? This isn't a picture, this is an old picture. I'm just going to get you right. Where's the actual picture? I'm trying to find it. They've posted many pictures. Is this the picture? No. Up the mountain. Is that the picture? That's not the picture. That's an old picture. Is that the picture? No, that's not the picture. Is that the story? Yeah, here we go. Continue. Select. Continue. Is that the picture? No. That's the picture. We got the picture, right? What we got here, right, is the actual picture taken on the 20th of May at Mammoth Mountain. Sorry, they didn't have this picture on the Daily Mail story, but you're probably wondering what that is. This was taken whilst Ryan Campbell was skiing. He was on one of those ski lifts, going to the top of the jump. And what he managed to capture there is a very rare animal. It is a wolverine, and this is a stock image of it. Now, the wolverine, said to be like hunted to extinction back in 1922. They reckon it was all wiped out, but that looks like it could be. They look like a small bear, except for the markings on its head and tail. So there you go. He said, we saw it running towards a nearby clump of trees. Then we noticed why it started running. A skier was coming down the slope and took the jump, likely never having seen how close they were to the wolverine. And the animal was disappeared into the woods, gone as fast as it appeared. So there you go. But yeah, wolverines is part of the family that includes badgers and otters, and they were once a common scavenger in California. But yeah, they were almost wiped out. Well, so the last known wolverine in the state was in 1922, so maybe they're coming back to California. But yeah, wolverines tend to live anywhere from 5 to 13 years. But, you know, and they can travel great distances, so maybe they're repopulating California. That's a possibility. But no, I'm going to end on this story, for this is the story we wanted, right? We've been covering this story, and this is a good news story. They got Moon back. Moon, the missing donkey, is back. Yeah, the 2-month-old donkey was snatched from Miller's Ark Farm on May the 15th. But yeah, little Moon is back home. Yeah. The owners at the farm in Hook in Hampshire revealed they travelled more than 60 miles to Buckinghamshire last night to retrieve the miniature donkey with help from Thames Valley Police. And here are the police with a little donkey. See, this is what the police should be doing. And yeah, reunited with little baby Moon. Miss Jessup, who volunteers at the farm, says, we're beyond ecstatic. We're trying to find the words, but we're very emotional. We're thrilled that Moon and Mum are back together. It had been over 2 weeks, and you don't give up hope, but you think that as the time frame expands, are we losing our window? Is she okay? But she was being looked after, and she appears to be in good health. There you go. So that's good news. So that's it. We've got a picture. Are they reunited with her mum? No, they haven't. But here they are, being led away. Here's Moon being led away. So there you go. So that's a good story. We'll end on that one. A nice positive ending there for Moon. Moon was retrieved. 6 people in. God, they're really not liking it. AJ's in. Yep, mail time again. Missing right. It says ground control indeed. Where is it? Where is Major Tom? Naz is in. He says, hey, yeah. And Alex says, hey, Darren. How on earth is Biden going to be able to stand next year? Thoughts? Well, he'll keep falling over. He'll be 86. If he makes it, he'll be 86 by the time he's finished. He's physically not capable of doing the job. So, you know, you'd think he'd stand aside and let a younger man, you know, take the job. But I don't know. You never know. Trump might do it. Trump might do it. Another Trump term. No. And then Boris Johnson will return, and we'll just keep doing the same thing over and over again. Anyway, thank you for watching. That was the news this week. Hope you've enjoyed it. If you haven't, there's really not a lot I can do about that. Killing the channel, one video at a time. You know, you've got to drink up and have a good weekend. Ta-ta.